What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Birds of Prey. Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Honestly, I was expecting the worst because I passionately hated Suicide Squad, so I figured any movie spinning off a character from that one must be bound to be just as awful. But thankfully, nope. Because I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed Birds of Prey. Granted, Birds of Prey has its hiccups. It's like driving on a road full of speed bumps, or flying on an airplane that occasionally experiences turbulences. But overall, I think director Kathy Yan does a smashing job. And my god, Margot Robbie is so fucking perfect in that role. Birds of Prey is stylized and hella entertaining. Directed by the first Asian woman to direct American superhero movie, Birds of Prey focuses on Joker's trusted confidant, aka girlfriend, aka assistant, Harley Quinn, who after their breakup goes off to try to define and establish her place in Gotham. In this twisted tale told by Harley herself, as only Harley can tell it, Gotham's narcissistic villain Roman Sionis, played by Ewan McGregor, and his right-hand man Zaz, played by Chris Messina, put a target on a young girl named Cassandra Cain because she has something they want, and now the whole city is turned upside down looking for her. This situation causes Harley, Huntress, Black Canary, and Renee Montoya's paths to collide, and all four of them have no other choice but to team up to defeat Roman once and for all. Co-starring Jernee Smollett-Bell as Black Canary, Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Huntress, and Rosie Perez as Renee Montoya. Back when they cast Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn for Suicide Squad, I think a lot of us knew in our gut that that was the right decision. And although she got pushed into the background with Jared Leto's Joker in that shit show of a film, luckily that's not the case here, because Birds of Prey is essentially Harley Quinn Unleashed. The script has so much fun emphasizing how wacky and violent Harley Quinn can get, and that she takes sheer joy in them. Well, in this one, the story also does a good job of making us empathize with Harley, but at the same time we want to keep our distance from her, you know? So she's not like a lost, adorable puppy, but more like a sad, wounded animal that can bite you. Margot Robbie doesn't only have the Harley Quinn Brooklyn accent down pat, but Margot is also quick and effortless in her reactions and mannerisms. So when Harley goes 0 to 60, from childlike playful to murderous playful, Margot makes it look so easy. This movie tries its best to give Margot's co-stars their fair share of screen time, but ultimately this is still a Margot Robbie show. The Quentin Tarantino-esque non-linear progression for their backstories are not consistently seamless. They feel like a bunch of stops and detours along the way. If the intention is to plant seed in audiences who may want to see more of this character or that character in a potential future spin-off, I'd say it's too early to tell, and flashbacks are certainly not a sufficient method to really capture that interest. Birds of Prey, even though it's rated R, is not as dark as Shazam, and so I find that refreshing. And it's not as overwhelmingly color-rich as Aquaman, so that's good. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, there's some similarity between Birds of Prey and last year's Joker in terms of their visuals and their heavy emphasis on neon lights or a combination of a couple of palettes. Birds of Prey, of course, is a bit more lighthearted because it celebrates Harley Quinn's mania and insanity as opposed to demonize it. I also enjoy some of the set pieces, including the wet prison fight. This movie really knows how to accentuate Margot Robbie's physical qualities. Although one can argue that the choreography is not creative enough, because Harley Quinn executes her signature move once too often. I think Ewan McGregor is just fine as the villain. I don't really have strong opinions about his rather serviceable performance. The script probably does not give him enough to play with, so McGregor just often settles for yelling and shouting a la Will Ferrell, and that leads me to my biggest criticism about this film. And that is, the story is too generic and too simple. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it when the ladies finally join forces to fight off the baddies, and director Kathy Yan skillfully staged that whole climactic funhouse battle. But the way in which all of that come to be, and how Black Mask ultimately goes out, those parts just seem like they lack imagination. It could have gone down a more clever route instead. But what Birds of Prey falls short in its originality, it makes up for in its ability to get you to have a blast watching this girl power movie.